All right, so just a little update. All right, pretty day out here, man. Just perfect for a half marathon training run over in Germantown. Got a nice stiff breeze, so it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great time. I have got my trekking poles today, and I'll be using them for the first time in a while, since Mohican, I think, back in June. So just got to make sure and refresh my memory on using poles, because I will definitely need them at the Grindstone 100. All right, we'll keep you updated as we go. That's gonna be fun. So you probably noticed that it's a different day. A couple days later, out here in Germantown once again, and I'm gonna do a much shorter run today so my body can start to heal up for the big race. So it's a pretty day though. All right, so just a little update. Such a beautiful day. Thanks again for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. So I'm over here in Germantown once again. Like I said, I ran 13 miles the other day. This is a new day. I'm just gonna go probably about 7 today, but I thought I might kind of catch you up on what's going on. First of all, if you haven't been to my channel before, thank you very much for joining us. Definitely hit the subscribe button and a like, thumbs up if you like this video, and hit the bell notification if you'd like to be notified of my future videos. So the name of the game right now is Ultra Marathon Prep. I'm getting ready for the Grindstone 100. It's an ultra marathon in Swope, Virginia, in the Shenandoah Mountains. It's gonna be an absolutely epic, beautiful race. Anyway, today I thought I might get into some of the building blocks of a good ultra race. Key ingredients, things that you definitely don't want to forget when you go to an ultra marathon, things that will bring you success in an ultra marathon. So today the first topic is going to be about your crew. Those people, and what I mean by crew is, if you're not familiar with ultras, many people during an ultra marathon will bring friends with them to help them get through this crazy experience that we call a 100-mile ultra marathon. So crew is really important. It can be a huge advantage. I'd say it has to increase your chances of finishing the race substantially. So I have tried 4 100 milers at this point, and I've finished 2 of them, and I've failed to finish 2 of them. And I don't think it's any coincidence that the 2 that I failed to finish, I was completely crewless. I didn't have a pacer. I was all by myself at the race, and I didn't finish those races. So that's not the only reason, but having a crew can be extremely helpful towards being able to finish a race of that distance. And I've also run other shorter distances besides 100 milers, and although crews are less important for the shorter distances, I'd say they can still be very, very helpful. Is that Eric? No, that's not Eric. Okay. I'm supposed to meet my friend Eric, and I thought maybe he unexpectedly was coming up, but he's not. That's somebody else. Okay. So for me, it's typically my brother, my kids, my mom and my dad come to a lot of my races. But you know, you may have friends that want to come and support you at a race too. How's it going? How are you doing?
Good, you?
Good. Have a good run.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'll be out there soon. Wow, we got lots of people running today. When you have a crew, a couple of the big benefits are, number one, they can be there for moral support. They can encourage you when you're feeling down, because as we all know, with these long races, ultra marathons, you definitely have low points, and it's nice to have people to help you get over that mental hurdle in the middle of an ultra when you feel like quitting. So moral support, so psychologically it helps to have a crew. Number two, they can help you make sure you're getting everything you need physically. So the nutrition, the hydration, they can help take care of those things for you. So it really makes it a lot easier for yourself. You don't have to do everything yourself, and you don't have to remember everything either. So that's another thing. They can kind of act as your brain when you're in the middle of an ultra marathon and you're not thinking straight, you're very tired, exhausted from the race. You maybe have been racing for 24 hours at that point, or whatever, 30 hours. It's nice to have crew to kind of be thinking for you what you need, and helping you problem solve when you have issues. So that's another reason why it's nice to have a crew. I guess the final reason it's nice to have a crew is because it's just more fun. When you have people that you know that you can relate with and you're trying to accomplish this goal, it's really nice to have family, friends, people around you to help you succeed. And then when you do succeed, it's all the more fun to celebrate you accomplishing that goal. So an example for me on this final one was the Mohican 100 that I ran back in June of this year, just a couple months ago. I went through an incredible low point in the race. I almost DNF'd, I almost quit. My body was fatigued, I was tired, and I think if I didn't have my crew, I would have quit. But my brother, my mom and my dad, my wife, my kids were asleep at that point, but everybody encouraged me to continue on, and they were able to help me get what I needed to be able to do that. And so it was just a huge celebration at the end of the race when I was able to finish, and I was able to persevere through that really tough experience and finish the race. And if you watch my intro to my channel, you'll see at the end with me crossing a finish line and raising my arms, just celebrating the finish. That was the race I'm talking about. Boy, and if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out, upper right-hand corner. It was just I just felt so good at the end of that race, being able to push through that suffering and finish the 100-mile race at the Mohican 100 this year. So I'm having a dad moment. You know, sometimes I tell my kids, it's not a very good example, but do what I say, not what as I do. I have my 5th race coming up, the Grindstone 100. Shocker, I don't know yet. I'm 2 weeks away from the race, and I don't know yet whether I'll have a crew. And that's kind of why I brought this topic in today, because right now, my family, we have a lot going on with the kids. We have all kinds of activities. We're just gonna have to see. I'll keep you updated as to what I do and whether I end up having whether I'm going to have a crew at the Grindstone 100. Normally, you would want to plan better than I have at this point. You'd want to know if you're going to have a crew 2 weeks before your race. But, you know, life happens, and that's just kind of how things happen sometimes. So, not to say that, you know, my first ultra that I did, I didn't have a crew, and that was the first one that I finished, which was the Mohican 100 last year. in the fall, and I met some really cool people. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. And that was a lot of fun too. You get to know people, and you can kind of celebrate with them as well when you're accomplishing a goal like that. So you can enjoy it on your own. You really just have to be open-minded and be pretty social to get to know people. So at least from my experience. But anyway, those are some of the main benefits to having a crew. It's one of the big building blocks with an ultra marathon. I don't know if I'll have that this time around for the Grindstone 100. We'll just have to see. Thanks again for watching my channel. I appreciate everybody who's come to support, and I really have a good time making these videos, so it's fun to have people watch them and enjoy it too. All right, I think that's all I have for today. We'll catch you in the next one.